Okay, good, yeah. So if you want to get better at sports, it's going to be very crucial to practice them. Does anybody in here play any sports? Okay, just a couple of us. So what do you play, Alicia? What's the sport you do?
Basketball.
Okay, basketball. Braden, what's something you do?
Basketball.
Basketball, good, yeah. So, would you be any good at it if you never practiced, Braden?
No.
No, yeah. So practice is going to be very crucial if you want to get better at any sport such as basketball. Okay, very important. All right, what we're going to do now is we are just going to take a look at the vocab words before we read the short story. So, well, actually it's not, well, it's kind of a short story, but it's actually going to take us the next few days. So the story is called Dawn of DDay, okay? And it's about what happened after the soldiers, Allied soldiers, landed at Normandy. So remember, a bunch of people got off ships, a bunch of soldiers landed there, and so this is going to tell us what happens after that day. Okay? So what we're going to do first is go over these vocab words. So everybody find the first vocab word with their pointer finger. Alicia's ready to go. Appreciate you being ready to go over here, Dylan. Thanks for getting ready to go back there, McKaylee. Okay, everybody find that first word with me. The word is despite. What's that word, everybody?
Despite.
Oh my goodness, I need to hear your guys' voices. So remember, I need to be the loudest voice in the room, but I still need to hear your guys' voices. So the word is despite. What's that word, everybody?
Despite.
Oh my goodness, I still didn't hear everybody. I need to hear everybody's voice. What's that word, everybody? Where's despite? What's that word, guys?
Despite.
Okay, I need you guys to turn the person next to you and say that word to him. What's that word? Despite. Okay, you guys are showing some despite right now of having to do this. So, despite, the meaning of despite is in spite of, which is kind of a dumb way to define it, or even though. Okay, so even though is the same thing as despite. So if I say, I always try to be on time despite the weather or traffic problems. So even though, oh man, this word is kind of rough to find. All right, I'm just going to tell you, we're just going to write this down. So we'll go over the example and it'll make a little bit more sense here.
Taylor, get your book over there.
So even though is the same thing as despite. So it'd be like, despite missing my alarm this morning, I still made it to school on time.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, even though I missed my alarm, I still made it on time this morning. Okay? Or like, despite the accident I got into in my car, I made it out okay. Okay, so like, kind of similar. Right? Okay, so find the example question with me.
Okay.
I want you guys to read it. I'm going to read it out loud. When I pause, I want to hear you guys say the word. So I need you guys to point at the question. I need you guys to say the word out loud with me when I point at it, or when I stop, sorry. So when I pause, say that word with me, starting. What is one thing you enjoyed doing recently? Wait, what's that word, everybody? Wait, what's that word, everybody?
Despite.
Okay, despite, okay, the fact that you didn't want to do it. Okay, so what's something you enjoyed doing even though you didn't want to do it? So like as parents, we're like, I'm going to take you to go do this, and I don't want to go, and then you went, and you're like, oh, I'm not that. Okay, so that could have been maybe a family party. Okay, maybe you had to go to like a Super Bowl party yesterday you didn't want to go to. Okay, anybody do that? So, I enjoyed what, okay, whatever, recently, despite
goes here. They're moving it backwards.
okay, the fact that I didn't want to do it. So what's something you enjoyed even though you didn't want to do it? So maybe you didn't want to go to church yesterday, but you enjoyed it once you were there. Okay, so, or it could have been even school. So I enjoyed school recently despite the fact that I didn't want to do it. Maybe that's like
all the homework.
enjoyed my homework. Okay, recently. Maybe it's your basketball homework because you actually have to practice it. So.
Watching the Super Bowl.
Okay,
I
I enjoyed watching the Super Bowl recently, despite the fact I didn't want to do it. You didn't want to watch the Super Bowl. You did it, and then you liked it. Okay. Who watched the Super Bowl yesterday?
I.
Okay, a couple of us. Were you happy that the Buccaneers won?
And.
You guys want
It was kind of boring. You should
Kinda
have
boring.
The.
I didn't watch the second half, so.
Super.
Okay, so you guys need to be putting down an example of something that you've enjoyed despite the fact that you didn't like it. So maybe it's I enjoyed babysitting my younger brother, or enjoyed going to the movies with my mom. Okay, and your mom's like, hey, let's go to the movies on Friday night. You're like, Mom, I'm in high school. I don't hang out with you, but you do it anyway, and you enjoy it. Okay, so. I'm just gonna say this. I enjoyed going camping with my family.
What are you putting down, Bree?
You like camping?
What are you gonna do?
Yep.
What do you think? What's something you enjoyed doing recently?
Camping's fun.
Nothing. So sad.
I like doing everything.
I enjoyed doing everything recently, despite. Over here, silly.
Okay, you guys don't even have to add a period on this one. You just need to fill in the blanks.
I'm
Okay.
already there.
Okay. So what's something just even if you to make it easier if you're struggling thinking of something, just think of something you just enjoyed doing, even if you didn't want to do it anyway.
Now?
I mean, even if you did want to do it. So if you're like excited to do it, you can still put it there because it'll make sense. Okay. As long as the sentence makes sense, it doesn't always have to be true to you. Okay, so you're supposed to write despite
I know,
right
me
there.
too.
Enjoyed having fun for anything?
What'd you get? Hanging out with my cousins.
So what do you mean by that? Enjoyed having fun for
Very
anything?
good, good job.
I didn't want to do anything.
Okay, so
I don't know.
Mr. Negative over
so I
here.
didn't want to do anything. So you enjoyed having fun. Well, what's something you enjoyed having fun doing?
Basketball.
Okay, so why don't you cross for everything out and say playing basketball? Okay. Good. So you can just keep having fun, or you can just you can whatever. Just say having fun playing basketball.
I know.
Even though you like basketball, the sentence still makes sense. Okay.
My brother's friend left Oh, that's nice.
I don't feel alright.
Back to me class today. Alright, that's a really good sentence. I think. Annie, wake up. Yeah, lady.
I mean, at least they're not that heavy.
Annie, wake up.
No, I don't care.
No.
What is it? It just died on me.
Yeah.
I don't have the charger for
See you
it.
last time.
Oh, look at that. He's breaking out the good stuff.
So right here, actually don't need a period, just that this is the end of the sentence. So normally we put a period, but this one we actually
But I
don't.
want it
So, okay, is a good sentence.
No, no period. No, no. Erase that.
Yeah.
This is the whole sentence.
Appreciate you
See,
getting that
there's
written
the
down.
period.
Aww.
I know.
It feels like it's the last sentence.
No, I know.
Make sure you get that written. Make sure you get that written down.
I'm not having sugar.
Weirdo.
No.
Those are both weirdos.
Alright, hey, everyone's got some different, really good sentences. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna have you guys share your sentence with a person next to you, and then I'm gonna have a few people share them out loud. Okay, so Charlie, I'm gonna have you read yours to Pilar. So Pilar, you'll read your sentence to Charlie. Okay, Dylan and Abraham, I'll have you read your sentences to each other. McKaylee, I'll just have you read yours with Jennifer. Okay. And then Alicia, you and Braden, you guys can read together. Okay. So the person that's gonna read first today, okay, is the person that slept in the latest this weekend?
Oh my god.
Okay, so what was the latest time you slept in this weekend? Okay, whoever slept in the latest on whatever day it was, okay, you have to read first. Okay, because you got the most sleep this
I
weekend.
woke up at
So what time did you sleep until Charlie? This
9.
weekend. What time did you wake up on Saturday or Sunday? Okay, Pilar, what time did you wake up?
9.
In the AM?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh my
Charlie,
God.
you gotta read first. Okay, who slept in the longest over here, boys? What time did you guys wake up this weekend? 10 or 11? What about you, Dylan?
Do you want me to do this?
Sure.
Okay.
I enjoyed
Do you wanna read?
my cousin's
Yeah.
Orleans.
Alright, okay, so you gotta read first. Alright, so listen up. The person that slept in the latest, you have to read first. So remember, just read your sentence. It'll take a few seconds to read it. And make sure if you're the one not reading, you're just looking at your partner, showing that you're paying attention. And then, yeah, so it'll take 10 or 15 seconds. You guys are done. Okay? So first person read, ready, go.
Okay, you all One. Yeah, that's fine. Washington Super Bowl.
Good job.
It was amazing. I didn't stop for watching.
Okay, you guys both reading to each other. Kaylee, could you hear him read?
Yeah, they read.
Okay, perfect. All right, some really good partner work around in the room. I really appreciate everyone reading with each other. You guys are doing fabulous so far today. Why don't you go ahead and share those sentences that you wrote, please, McKaylee? Wait, so just, you don't need to read the question, just read the sentence that you, starting with I enjoyed.
I enjoyed yoga recently despite the fact that I didn't
Okay, so yoga is something that Kaylee enjoyed recently. Okay, so even though she didn't want to do it, or despite the fact that she didn't want to do it, she still enjoyed it. Okay, so I've heard of yoga. I've never done it. I might think, oh, I see people doing whatever. I might not enjoy that, but then I go do it, and I realize it's kind of fun, or I like stretching and things like that. Okay, awesome sentence, McKaylee. Appreciate you sharing that with the class. Want to go ahead and share that you put, please, Pilar?
This one?
Yep. So start with I enjoyed, and then all the way just down to the period there.
Okay. I enjoyed hanging out with my cousins recently despite the fact that I didn't want to do it.
Good. So maybe you didn't want to hang out with your cousins, but despite that, or even though you don't want to do it, you still hang out with your cousins. Okay. How many of you are friends with your cousins? You hang out with them. Okay. Some of us. Okay. Which is good. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I wasn't very close to my cousins growing up just because I didn't live in the same city as me, so I didn't see them very often. Okay. So I might be on the same boat as you. No, I'm just kidding. I like them, but. Okay, really appreciate you sharing that with the class, Pilar. And then last one, share with us what you put, please, Dylan. You're good. No, I need you to do it. Everyone else is participating. I need you to do it. Come on, you got this. Okay, you're doing awesome. You're doing. Thanks so much for sharing that with us. So you enjoy going to the birthday party. Okay, you really want to do it. Maybe it's for someone you don't like. Maybe it's a family member that you don't care as much about, like a baby cousin or something like that. Okay, you still go to that birthday party despite or even though you don't want to. Okay, really appreciate you sharing that with class, Dylan. Okay, and then let's take a look at the next vocab word. So everybody's all scroll down. Okay, take a look at the next word with me. The word is condition. What's that word, everybody?
Condition.
Oh my goodness, I could hear like this half of the room really good, but I didn't hear the back half of the room. I need to hear everybody. That word's condition. What's that word, everybody?
Condition.
Good. Thank you. I'm glad I could send the ladies over there, but guys, I'm not hearing a peep out of you. I need to hear you guys whisper that word. What's that word?
Condition.
Oh my, Charlie, I still need to hear that. I didn't hear a whisper. I need to hear you say to the ceiling. What's that word?
Condition.
Now I want to hear you sound it out with me. You ready to go? Condition. Okay, so we're gonna do this until I get everybody participating. I can do this all day. I'm not gonna move on. So the word's condition. What's that word, everybody?
Condition.
Wait, I didn't hear you guys. The word's condition. What's that word?
Condition.
Okay, I didn't hear you guys in the back. What's that word, everybody?
Condition.
Okay, guys in the back. What's that word? Guys in the back. What's that word?
Condition.
I can do this all day, fellas. We're waiting for you. Guys, what's that word in the back?
Condition.
Guys in the back, I need to hear you. The word's condition. What's that word? Oh, guys in the back. I need to hear you guys. The word's condition. What's that word? Condition. What's it? What's the word, fellas? I need to hear you say it before we move on. Seriously, guys, I'm not moving on until you guys say it. Thank you, Abraham. Dylan, we're waiting for you. Okay, thank you. Okay, so condition. Condition. An unpleasant weather condition is heavy rain. Okay, or the condition of my my phone is really terrible because the screen's broken and it goes really slow and the battery dies after an hour. Okay, so condition would be the situation. Oh, I guess I used kind of a different example there. Okay, but this kind of condition would be the situation in which people live or work. Okay, so this would be like the condition of so if you've ever worked at Red Hanger, okay, the condition, okay, is very brutal. They make you fold clothes all day, and bringing back memories. Okay, so condition. We'll just write this down, everybody. So the situation. In which people live or work. Okay, so everybody get that written down for me. So situation in which people live or work. Okay, doing awesome. Okay, let's get that written down. Okay, thanks, Tom, for following along. You guys are doing awesome back there. Appreciate you following along.
Good job.
Doing great.
Good job.
Doing great. Thanks for following along. Okay. So just think of like, you've probably heard somebody talk about living conditions, okay, that people have. So like, think of somebody, maybe you know, okay, that lives in a house that's like really dirty. Okay, so that would be maybe not unclean living conditions. Okay, kind of opposite example would be like, maybe you know somebody or you live in a house that's spotless, like your mom makes you clean every single day. Okay, so the condition of your house would be spotless. Okay, so you've probably heard that term before. Yeah, so it's just like super clean. Okay, so that'd just be the condition of it. All right, so take a look at the example question here. I'm going to read the question out loud. When I pause, I want to hear you guys say the word. So everybody follow along with the question. What is one? All right, I'm starting over, okay? Everybody find the example question. Find the example question. I want to hear you say the word. What is one? Condition, good, that makes studying difficult. Okay, so what makes it difficult when you're at your house to study? Okay, so like, what distracts you when you're at home? Think about that. Like, what's hard? Is it like the TV? Is it your phone? Okay, is it people trying to text you? Someone sending you Snapchats all the time. Okay, maybe your friend wants you to log on to the PS4 and play live with them, Charlie. Okay, so one condition, okay, that makes studying difficult is what? Okay, maybe it's you don't have a computer. Maybe you lost your homework. I don't know. Okay, but you just say something that would make it difficult to study. So like, maybe you just have family in town, and you're hanging out with them. Okay, maybe you're just hanging out with your friends. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that would make it more difficult. So you have a friend that lives at your house. Okay, maybe it's loud noises. Okay. TV. Okay, so one condition, I'm just going to put this, one condition that makes studying difficult is,
Was that your alarm?
being distracted by my younger
Is
siblings.
when the TV is on.
Okay, so make sure you write an example there and you put a period at the end. Okay, I like that. See a period. Okay, so yeah, just check, make sure you have a period. Something to distract. Yep, that's a good example. Alright, okay. Everyone had some all really good examples. I want you guys to share your sentence with the person, your partner, okay? So the person that read second last time is going to read first this time. So the person that woke up earlier this weekend, okay, they're going to have to read. So I don't remember who it was over here, but Pilar and Abraham, you guys are going to read first. So you're just going to read your sentence out loud to them again. It shouldn't take more than 10 seconds for us to do this. Person that woke up earlier, early bird, gets the worm, read first, ready, go.
One condition that makes the TV.
One condition that makes studying difficult is when the TV is
Yes.
Difficult. You got texting you, sending messages all the time, things like that. Yeah, good partner work. Appreciate the partner work over here. Okay, really good partner work over on this side of the room. Okay, why don't you go ahead and share with us the sentence that you wrote, please. Ready?
One condition that makes studying difficult is when the TV's on.
Okay, so when the TV is on, that can make it difficult because maybe your favorite TV show's on. You're sitting there, okay, at the table, TV's over there, but all you can keep doing is looking up and watching the TV show, okay? We've all been there, done that, and you have to figure out what the right studying habits are for you. Really good sentence, Braden. Appreciate you sharing that with us. Okay, why don't you go ahead and share this what you wrote, please. Charlie?
One condition that makes studying difficult is my friends texting me to hop on the PS4.
Okay, so if your friends text you to hop on the PS4 all the time, okay, so you have your phone in hand, okay, you're gonna get really distracted, and that's the conditions you guys are living in now. Just your friends just hit you up all the time on your personal phone. Like, I remember having a landline at my house, so you had to call one phone. Actually, if they were connected to all the phones, people could pick up and listen to your conversations, kind of. I'm sure you remember that. Oh.
The scrunchy cord that reach all the way down the hall and into the bedroom.
Oh man. Alright. Okay. And then last one, Abraham, go ahead and share this what you wrote, please.
One condition that makes studying difficult is being distracted.
Okay, so if you're being distracted, okay, that'll be difficult. So there'd be a lot of distractions, whether it be by your phone, TV, whatever, just family members, things like that. So anything that makes you being distracted would for sure be difficult, and that's a condition of how you live, right? Okay, perfect sentence. Thanks a ton for sharing that with us, Abraham. All right, what we're going to do now is we're going to read, okay, the story. We're going to start reading the story, okay? So before we read, we've seen actual footage of the invasion of Normandy. Okay, we've also read several texts that share soldiers' experiences on their way to invade Normandy. Today we're going to read about the challenges soldiers faced once they made it to the beaches. Okay, so once they got there, what happened? Okay, so before we read though, there's a couple more vocab words on the next page, the bottom of the next page. Okay, we're just going to touch on those really quick. Alright, so we're just going to look at these words on the bottom of page 100 and 215. So the first word is capsizing. What's that word, everybody?
Capsizing.
Thank you, Alicia, for saying that word with me, but you're the only one. I need to hear everyone's word. The word is capsizing. What's that word? Capsizing. Thank you. Appreciate this side of the room saying it now. So capsizing would be turning over in the water. So just think of like you're in a boat and you like tip over, the boat flips over, that's called capsizing. Okay? And that could happen in like a big boat, it could happen in a kayak, okay? It could happen in a canoe. But just think about that. You've seen, how many of you have been in a boat or been canoeing or kayaking or something like that? How many of you have capsized while you were in the boat before? Okay, most of us. Okay, so depending on how mellow the water is, it can be okay or it can be a little scary. Okay, I one time was kayaking down the river and I capsized. I flipped out of my boat and went underneath, and it was a little scary there. Okay. Okay. The next word. The word is riddled. What's that word, everybody?
Riddled.
Okay. Let's just say it one more time. The word's riddled. What's that word?
Riddled.
Riddled. Okay. So this isn't like I tell you a riddle and you solve it for me. Okay. This means made a lot of holes in something. So think of somebody with a machine gun and they shoot up a car or something. Okay. You would have had riddled that car with bullets. Okay. Made a lot of small holes in it. Okay. So just think about that. We've probably been driving in the mountains somewhere. You've seen bullet holes and road signs or something. Okay. People have shot in it. Maybe it's even you're at a gun range and you have riddled a target, okay, with your gun before. Okay, made a lot of small holes in it. Okay. Okay. Or how many of you ever taken like a pin, like a push pin, and like poked holes in paper or something else? I don't know. I have. All right. Okay.
Definitely.
I used to
Some deep
sew.
bottle can.
Okay, we've all. Did you guys all learn how to sew when you were in junior high, or is that
Yes.
you guys still and high school still? Okay, so usually you have to riddle that fabric with your needle. There we go. All right. Okay. Okay. The key idea question on the top of page 215. So this is kind of what we're thinking about as we're reading. So. Key idea question says, I want you guys to find it with me on the top of page 215. So find it on the top of page 215. I just want you to read it with me. Okay, I'm just going to read it out loud. Just want you guys to read it just when I'm reading out loud just so you can kind of remember what we're talking about. So, what dangers did the Allies face when they landed? Okay, so when they get off the boats, what was so dangerous about that? Okay, and we remember we've already seen videos and stuff. Basically, there's Americans and Canadians and British people, and then there's a bunch of Germans already waiting on the beach. What do you think they're gonna do? Okay, let's read about it to find out. Shoot them? Yeah, at least. Maybe burn them. How many of you seen Saving Private Ryan?
No.
Maybe wait till you're a little bit. Well, you can watch it in high school. It's a good movie, all about this.
It's rough, but yes, it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It shows this invasion, shows people's like guts hanging out, people
It's pretty
drowning and stuff in the ocean. Yeah, because the soldiers, they were wearing really heavy packs and they would get off the boat and they were in really deep water
And they
and
drowned.
they couldn't swim
They were.
because it was so
It's a
heavy.
movie about war,
Okay.
so
Mhm.
war is brutal.
Okay. All right, let's read about that. Think about those dangers they're facing when they're getting off the boats, okay? We already talked about riddled bullets, okay? Just take a look at the pictures here on the front. There's a picture at the top of a couple of soldiers. It looks like they're at the bottom of a ladder, okay? Just so the caption of that, the picture up here says,
People up top.
okay, so there's people climbing this ladder. So it says, the cliffs at Omaha Beach made it easy for German soldiers to shoot the Allied troops from above. Okay, the Allies suffered more than 3,000 casualties at Omaha Beach. Okay, so here there are cliffs up above, so the Germans just up on the cliffs are shooting them, shooting people as they're coming. So,
Oh.
yeah, sure that'd be, yeah. Not the funnest day.
That's
So that's just that picture, and then here's a picture of Omaha Beach. So if you look here, there's the beach, and then there's all these cliffs right there.
And that's where the ladders
I don't
go.
know. It doesn't seem like the best place to land from a strategic standpoint, but hey, I'm not
And
a
that's
military
where the
man.
ladders go?
Okay, alright. So we're starting right here under bloody Omaha, okay? Remember, it's Omaha Beach, but it's bloody because there are a lot of people that probably died here, 3,000, right? So I'm gonna read here's the deal. The first two paragraphs, I'll just read them out loud. You guys don't need to do anything, okay? Starting with paragraph 3 and then through the end of the next page, so basically the last 6 paragraphs. When I read and pause, I want you guys to say the word out loud, okay? If I don't get participation, I'm gonna start calling on specific people to read the word out loud, okay? So here's all I expect is that you just follow along, listen to me read. Actually, I'll change it. I'll read the first page out loud. You guys don't have to do anything. The last page, as long as you're paying attention and everyone's reading, we'll get through this nice and quick, okay? At 6:30 a.m., dawn on D-Day, the small landing boats began arriving at Normandy. At last, the full-scale attack of the beaches was at hand. Most soldiers arrived feeling cold, wet, and sick. Despite all their training, they were about to face overwhelming firepower from the Germans. The landing at Utah Beach went like clockwork, which was thanks to mostly the paratroopers who disarmed the big German guns the night before. Okay, so now we're on this next page here. Alright, so again, I just need to hear you guys say the words. Okay, just be a few words every paragraph, so just make sure you're paying attention. As long as everyone's saying the words out loud, we'll get down here quick, so make sure you're following along. Okay, right there at the top, page 215. Make sure you're pointing your fingers and following along so you guys don't lose the place here. At Gold, Juno, and Sword Beaches, soldiers had to overcome greater enemy. Alright, everybody. Okay, we're starting over at the top of page 215. And remember, I can read this all day, so we've still got 45 minutes of class. I can keep reading this for the next 45 minutes if we have to. Okay, so I need you guys to pay attention. Okay, pointer fingers. Okay, right up here where it starts at Gold. Okay, paragraph 4. Okay, so I need to see those pointer fingers so we can get through this last page. The sooner we get through it, the sooner we can get it on our computers. Okay, let's take that headphone out of your hand. I can see that. Pretty obvious. Okay, don't appreciate it. Alright, so we're starting up here at paragraph 4. Remember, I need to hear you guys say the words, okay, or otherwise we're going to start over, okay, or I'm just going to start calling on specific people. Okay, so if I can't hear you guys say the word, we're just going to specific people. Okay, at Gold, Juno, and Sword Beaches, soldiers had to overcome greater enemy fire. Good. And at Omaha, American troops faced the worst conditions of all. The terrible battle fought there became known as bloody. Okay, the word Omaha. What's that word, everybody?
Omaha.
Omaha. Okay, so Omaha. What do you guys know what Omaha is?
Is it a state?
It's not a state. It's actually a city in Nebraska.
A brass?
Yeah, so
Nebraska.
yeah, it's the capital of Nebraska.
Wow.
Yeah.
In the middle?
Okay, so paragraph 5. Okay, again, we're gonna read this paragraph together, then the last few paragraphs. I'm gonna call them specific people just so we make sure we're paying attention here. Okay, Omaha was a key beach. Good, thanks for following along. Okay, because it lay at the center of Normandy, stretching for 6 miles between Utah and Gold. Okay, so Gold and Utah are 2 other beaches. Okay. Omaha was also the most difficult beach to invade, so the Allies sent more troops there. Okay, good. Unlike the other beaches, Omaha was backed by a wall of cliffs 100 feet high. Over 1,000 Germans were in bunkers on the top, and they fired down from their perches as if from a...
Where are we, Brady?
Where are we at, guys?
Okay. because you're not
Oh,
following.
right.
I'm watching you.
Okay, so last 3 paragraphs. I'm calling on specific people to say the word out loud because I'm asking you guys to follow along with your pointer finger. You're not going to be able to follow along if you're staring up at the board, okay? So, they're perched down, okay, like they're up on the rooftop shooting down at them, okay? So,
That's where you start. Starting here.
kind of imagine that. You're at the base of a cliff, people up above shooting down at you. Okay, so paragraph 6, everyone know that? And you just see with your pointer fingers, I'm going to call specific people here to say the word out loud. Okay, I need to see pointer fingers so you know where we're at, so you can say the word out loud. Okay, right there. The boat stopped a few hundred, Dylan? Good, from the shore, and landing ramps were lowered. Soldiers needed to wade in the rest of the way. Germans let loose with a fury of Abraham? Firepower, good. Bullets ripped at the sides of boats, capsizing many. Okay, so just imagine this. You pull in, how many of you been to a beach before at an ocean? Okay, so a lot of us, half of us, most of you have seen at least pictures. So just imagine you're pulling into the beach, okay, they make you get out because the water's not that deep, a couple hundred yards away, which is like 2 football fields away from the beach. Okay, as soon as you get there, they start shooting bullets at you, okay? And boats are getting capsized, or basically getting sunk from the bullets, okay? All right, next paragraph. Number 7, starting with the Germans. Germans aimed their machine, Charlie? Good, straight at the exit ramps of the small boats. Bullets hit the Allied soldiers the second they stepped onto the, Alicia? Ramp. Okay, so think about that. So basically the boat is set up so you don't like climb over the sides of it. There's just a ramp that comes down to the back of it. So as soon as they open that up, they were just shooting right to the back of the boat. Okay. All right. Okay, so right here, starting with private. Private First Class Robert Bob Sales recorded those terrible first moments at Omaha. The ramp went, Pilar?
Down.
Good, and our captain was the first man off, and they just riddled him. Sales was the only survivor of the more than 30 men in his McKaylee boat. Good. Okay, so he's the only person out of 30 people that survived in his boat. Okay, so imagine that you're in a boat with 30 people you kind of know, and you're the only one that survives that day. Okay, and you just watch 29 other people at least get killed in front of you. Okay, at least. Okay. All right, last paragraph here. Or actually, okay, so so we're talking about dangers. So if they riddled him with what? Well, what makes holes in you? Bullets. Okay, so let's think about that when we're talking about kind of the dangers they face. So if you're getting shot at, right? Okay. Okay, last paragraph, starting with men landed. Men landed in Abraham? Over their heads, perfect. Weighted down by gear and weak from seasickness, they struggled underwater for their, Charlie? Lives, good. I really panicked, said Sales. He shed his radio, gun, and jacket just in time to rise back to the Braden? Surface, good. So, think about that. You just watch a bunch of people get shot in front of you and they jump off the boat and you immediately start just sinking to the bottom of the water because your gear's so heavy. And so you're basically like, so weighted down. So you gotta immediately take everything off you have and then swim back up to the top. So not only you're scared from getting shot, you're scared of dying from drowning. Okay? So let's answer the key idea question now. So what dangers did they face when they landed? What are some dangers they faced? When they're getting off, what could have happened? They could have gotten shot. What else happened when they were in the water? They could have what?
Yeah, but what else?
What could have happened when they're in the water?
Drown.
Drowning. Okay, so drowning and being shot are 2 things that could have happened Okay, and those are dangers. Is there anything else you guys can think of? I think that's about it. Okay, so what dangers the Allies faced when they landed? Let's say the Allies faced getting shot and drowning in the water.
What does that say?
Allies, A-L-L. One more L. E-S. I-E-S, sorry. Faced. Getting. Getting. G-E. T-T. T-T.
Okay, so yeah, sorry, it's kind of hard to write on that thing. So the Allies faced getting shot and drowning in the water. So once we get that censored down, you guys can go ahead and put it away. Looking good. Okay, looking good here. Thanks for getting that period.
It's supposed to be O.
Yeah, sorry, it looks a little sloppy there with the markers getting off center.
N.
Yeah, so once we get that written there with your period, we'll check it off, and then you guys can go ahead and put your book away.
N-I-N-G. N.
Got that written, your period.
Water.
Okay, you guys are doing awesome. Thanks for working hard. I'm gonna come around and bring you guys another piece of candy.
Good job.
Okay, if you don't want chocolate, just tell me if you want hard candy, and I'll bring around the other candy too. Alright, looks good. You can go ahead and put your book away. Thanks for getting all that written. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Charlie, okay, appreciate you getting that written down. Good.
Those shoes sound like they're too big for you or something.
Oh, they're my
Okay, so
No, they're like cute shoes.
Okay, get out your Chromebooks, guys. You know this routine here.
I did my,
No,
Alright.
I did my program at
Charlie.
Good job.
and did it here too.
These two have refused sugar.
Yeah.
We did. I kind of like eat too much. I had cupcakes last night.
Whoa. Mr. Cookie gonna be here.
He's
I mean,
here.
he's here.
Yeah, you look at this gonna do.
Okay, so here's what I want you guys to do.
See your file.
Yeah.
You're going to spend the next
You better get that turned in or you won't be going.
18 minutes on Read 180, and I'll spend the last 10 minutes reading. Okay.
That should have been
So
turned in
I'm just setting
last
the timer
week.
now. So I need you guys to log in. Okay, again, we're getting on Read 180. I'm gonna call you guys over to your time reading. I was gonna do it last week, but we just ran out of time. So, call up. Where you going?
You need me?
Yeah, you're supposed to be in English doing work in here.
I usually take a break.
How long do you take a break for?
Cause there's like a lot of classes.
Well, I mean, like a big part of this class is the computer work, so if you're missing that, you're gonna miss out on a lot of the opportunity to learn stuff in here. So if you're missing like half the class, so we need to go walk around, you're gonna miss out on a lot of education. So I don't know if I can, I don't know what's, yeah, so you need to, I would say you need to stay here and work, because you'll be early every day, and I don't know, nobody's told me that you get breaks like that and stuff to go just walk the track, so,
What?
What?
yeah, so, I'm gonna apply the computer, let's get on Read 180.